TOBC, what's up? Bob here. Welcome to Vinyl Finds on the Bob Bradley YouTube channel. This is number 108. That's right, folks, number 108. I found some records this week, and we're going to get into them right now. Coming in hot, The Shape of Jazz to Come, Ornette Coleman, Billy Higgins, Charlie Hayden, and Don Cherry. This is Ornette Coleman's third record. And if you're new to Ornette Coleman, probably his most accessible. I've been buying these Ornette records. It's part of my quest to understand what the hell Ornette Coleman is actually doing. This is a Speaker's Corner release. It is cut from the original analog tapes on 180 gram vinyl, pressed at Palace with a tip-on jacket and on the beautiful Atlantic pinwheel label. This is really nice presentation of the record. I love the cover. It's great. Very slinky sounding record. It's pretty free, but they don't totally abandon the time. They are avoiding the tonic at all costs. They are playing all the notes in the key signature, but not the tonic, which is, so if you're playing in the key of E, you would resolve most of your phrasing on the note E. They refuse to do. If you're new to Ornette Coleman, this is a great place to start. And this is a beautiful presentation of the record. I'm glad I got it. Yeah, I think it's possibly Ornette's finest piece of work. Speaking of someone's finest piece of work, Light in the Attic reissue. Betty Davis, Nasty Girl. This is a nasty gal. Excuse me. This is a great record. Very nice pressing of the album. Now, she's using her band on this, Funk House, and this was pretty much the end of Betty's recording career. Now, if you've been watching this channel, you know I'm a huge Betty Davis fan, and I've said a lot of things about Betty Davis, but the truth of the matter is Betty Davis is a beautiful, beautiful woman who was a fashion model and met a lot of influential people in the music scene and started making music. And no doubt her appearance and general attitude helped propel her pretty far. Obviously, she was married to Miles Davis, had huge influence on what he was doing at the time. This is the Bitches Brew era. She was great friends with Jimi Hendrix, Eric Clapton, etc. This is from the master tapes. This sounds really great. This is a funky record. Funk House, great band. The slap bass on this, very Larry Graham-ish. You know, Larry played on the first Betty Davis record. The backup vocals, very Dusty Hill, very ZZ Top. Very, very good. Incredible imagery on the cover. On the Island label. This is a great record. And I would suggest starting here and going back. And because this record is so funky, you just can't go wrong. It's everything about this. I love it. I love it. There's only 3 Betty Davis records. It's not hard to get her whole discography, so you definitely should. Next, I was down at Wally World, that's Walmart for the uninitiated, just looking around, and I noticed this QRP pressing of Are You Experienced was there for 15 bucks, right? You know, it's on that newer Experience Hendrix label, right? But this sounds great. You should definitely get it. This isn't the point. Yes, I got this. But as I was walking out, I noticed they had a Black Friday sale rack special set up in the aisle. And I thought, oh, look at these. I noticed this right away. Jimi Hendrix Freedom Atlanta Pop Festival on red, white, and blue vinyl. Now, it says normally $20.97, but they're all on sale until the stock runs out. It's a Black Friday promotion. But they're all on sale for 15 bucks. And there's like 20 titles or so. And, generally, some of these Hendrix things, maybe it's like just leftover stuff or there's like a live show that's not that great or whatever. But I thought 15 bucks, I got to get it. So I pick it up, I bring it home, I put it on the table. By the way, it's a QRP pressing. You know, Chad Kassem is in charge of all the Hendrix pressings now, and they're doing a fantastic job. That's why it comes in this Quality Records sleeve, right? And I put this thing on, and Voodoo Child comes on, and it proceeds to just peel the skin right off my face. My brain starts to come out of my ears, and my eyes are popping out of my head. This thing sounds incredible. Hendrix is on fire. Now, there is one track. They didn't have the complete audio. They used like the beginning of the song is off like somebody else's recording, and then it finally gets to the real recording. That said, this is worth the original price of $20.97 all day long, but definitely worth $15. It's an incredible Hendrix performance. Now, there was a 2 LP version of this show that was put out a while back. This is more of a condensed version. This is very good. Highly suggest this. The Marshall and fuzz-face tones on this are some of the coolest things I've heard in a while. This is a great way to know what it was really like to hear Jimi Hendrix live. This is fantastic. Spanish Castle Magic is on here. Foxy Lady, Purple Haze, Hey Joe. This is great. Cool cover. Cool center labels with Hendrix on them. Very nice. Now, while we're on the subject of the Walmart pressings, yeah, I did get the Love Supreme on the blue vinyl. I mean, $15. I mean, I can't not get it. Now, this is like the Target exclusive. You know, the Target exclusive was on orange, and it was cut from sister plates of the analog production pressing. So it's not the exact same plates, but it's very similar in nature. It sounds really good. I did an A/B of it, and you can, I mean, you know, this might be a little bit more noisy because it's on the colored vinyl, but this is really nice. Obviously, the jacket isn't as good, but if you don't have a Love Supreme, this is a fantastic copy to get for $15. Also picked up this. Ozzy Osbourne, Diary of a Madman. Yeah, also on blue kind of pearl. A little warped. I should have known better. You know, when you get these jackets and they feel like they got air in them, the record's almost always warped. But $15, this is a nice pressing of the record. This is a remaster. And Randy Rhoads is just on fire on this, particularly on Diary of a Madman. Possibly one of the coolest Randy Rhoads tracks of all time. Kind of a, you know, I used to think this cover looked good, but it looks pretty cheesy now, you know. But good record, good record. All right, next. Aerosmith, Toys in the Attic. I believe this came out in 1975. It's part of a trio of the best Aerosmith records. Get Your Wings, Rocks, Toys in the Attic. There is a darkness to this record that is just so cool. I mean, obviously you got the hits on here like Sweet Emotion, Walk This Way, Toys in the Attic, big 10-inch record. Those were all radio tunes. But there's just like a 70s rock vibe on here that's just conducive to getting high and listening to music. And, you know, Brad and Joe, the guitar work on here is fantastic. Steve Tyler, in his prime here, just sounds amazing. It's dark, it rocks like a mother. It's super cool. It's on the 70s. Columbia, when I say Columbia 360, I mean that the words Columbia go around the label in a 360. Not to be confused with a 2i label, okay? This is a beautiful pressing of the record. Nice jacket. It is from the Analog Master Tapes and pressed at RTI. Yeah, it's killing. If you see these pink if you see any of these remastered Aerosmith records, they sound great. RKS in the Dead Wax, that is Ryan K. Smith. Sounds fantastic. Perfect presentation. Super, super iconic record. You need this in your life. probably the first 4 Aerosmith records, 4 or 5, you got to have. It's just the way it is. Next. I remember when this came out, I believe it was maybe in 1993-ish. I remember it very well. It was probably around this time of the year. I think we're maybe a couple days past when it actually came out. I believe it came out on November 18th, 1993, if my memory serves correct. Nirvana's Unplugged. Now here's the deal. You know, with the Nevermind anniversary coming out, and everybody's in a tizzy about it and going out and finding it, and the lack of availability plus the super availability at big box, I thought, these Bernie Grundman pressings are getting harder to get. You know, they've been out for years. They're $20, and I'm only missing one Nirvana record, and the Unplugged. This is the Target exclusive. It's the only one I could find. That was the BG pressing of the record. Sounds fantastic. Relatively fantastic. Here's the deal with this record. Kurt Cobain playing a Martin D18E. Right? Now, this is a guitar Martin only made about 300 of. Has a couple pickups. Kurt added a third pickup in the sound hole, a Bartolini pickup. That's an active pickup. Anytime you put anything in the sound hole of an acoustic guitar, it immediately sounds like ass, okay? It starts to sound kind of like this, you know, because there's something in the sound hole. Is this an audiophile record? Probably not. Kurt's guitar is, you know, it's not something you would associate with great acoustic guitar tone. Is it perfect for Nirvana? Absolutely it is. You know, there was a lot of talk. Kurt Cobain's plugging into an amplifier, and he's got effects pedals. Yeah, he does have effects pedals. He's probably running something like this. This is a Boss DS1 from the period. It's a black label made in Japan, if you really want to know. And this is a little distortion box. You can hear it on like tracks like Man Who Sold the World. He turns it on. If you look at all those 90s unplugged, like Alice in Chains, STP, Pearl Jam, all the acoustics are plugged in. There's not a microphone in front of the acoustic guitar. Stevie Ray Vaughan, there was a mic on his guitar. Eric Clapton, he did an acoustic that was mic'd up as opposed to directly plugged in. You know, they make a big deal about the fact that Kurt's guitar was plugged in. It's not a big deal at all. It's basically how they did them all. It's just everybody else was plugged into the board, and he was plugged into his amplifier. Who cares? I think on the STP Unplugged, that's the Stone Temple Pilots, the bass player just used a regular electric bass guitar. So this is a great record. You know, I had all those Nirvana records on CD from the moment they came out. I have them all on vinyl. I like Nirvana. I don't think Kurt Cobain is a like on the level of, say, like a John Lennon, but he was important for the times. And you know, I remember when the first record came out, and I remember when Kurt Loder came on my TV and said that he was dead. And it was definitely a moment in time, and they definitely left their mark on modern music. So I would suggest going out and getting all the Bernie Grundman cuts of the Nirvana records, if you can, the ones that are available. Possibly everything that's pressed at Palace in Germany. Bit of a stack of records this week. Just filling in some empty spots in the collection there. But, you know, more to come next week. Record Store Day. Black Friday. Ooh, I'm excited. Yeah, got a lot of stuff going on. There's a record show in a few weeks. I'm really excited about that. You know, a lot of cool audiophile releases from Blue Note and Acoustic Sounds. And so it's all going on. I'm here with you, and we're doing this. So please like, subscribe, tell a friend, leave some comments down below. And until we meet again, that's right, folks. Bob out.